kanina po, Pdea, you said sometime in August 2018, the name of Mayor Tony Halili in the drug list has been negated already. Do you confirm this?
Your Honor, it is an August 2020 list, not 2018, Your Honor.
Mayor Tony Halili was killed July 2, 2018. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
And during that time, his name is included in the drug list. Do you confirm?
Yes, Your Honor.
And his name was only negated sometime in August of 2020.
Yes, Your Honor. It was indicated in the August 2020 list that he was negated already, Your Honor.
Can you please enlighten us? Ano ho ba ibig sabihin nung negated?
It is neutralized, Your Honor. I mean, he was killed already.
Negated for the case of Mayor Halili would then mean he is dead already.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's why it was neutralized already.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Part of the testimony of Colonel Garma, it was Colonel Leonardo who has the last say in the inclusion, classification of the high-value target, and the exclusion of the drug personalities in the drug list. Would you know if it is really Colonel Leonardo?
Your Honor, we have no indication that Colonel Leonardo had any clear participation in the making of these lists.
I understand that you were appointed in the Pdea only during the present administration. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
While the time element we're talking about with respect to the participation of Colonel Leonardo to this drug list is sometime in 2016 to 2019. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor, correct.
Is it because you are not yet in the Pdea why you could not comment as to his participation in the drug list that everybody has been referring to?
Your Honor, we have a copy of these lists, but we do not have a, how do you call it, a conviction, or we are not sure if Colonel Leonardo had any participation in the coming up of these lists.
Since you were appointed in the Pdea, Director General, would you know if this drug list has ever been validated?
Yes, Your Honor. There is a process on how it is validated, and this goes up to the executive secretary for it to be, for its validation. When I say validation, it entails whether a name should be deleted, whether a name should be placed on suspense file, or a name is supposed to be retained. And there was a procedure that was agreed upon in 2019 on how this list is going to be validated. And so this is the process that we are following, Your Honor. And to be very honest about it, we have only validated 1,502 of the total of 6,042 names.
So, to this date, Pdea, the total number of names is still 6,000 plus.
Yes, Your Honor, 6,042.
And that out of that 6,000 plus, the ones validated is only 1,000 plus.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how do you appreciate the genuineness of the remaining 5,000 still in the drug list?
There is a there is a process, Your Honor. It's a very long process, and which starts in the barangay level and it goes up to the regional level, and from the regional level, it goes to a remedied committee, Your Honor. This remedied committee is made up of 4 members: the Chief of Staff, the Chief of the Philippine National Police, the Secretary of Interior and Local Government, and the Director General of Pdea. The Secretariat of this committee is Pdea, Your Honor. And what happens is that we study the names, again, starting from the barangay, then from the barangay it goes to municipal and city level, then up to the provincial, involving all units, especially law enforcement agencies, to determine whether this name should be retained, delisted, or to be placed on suspense file. And we recommend this, and this remedied committee, which is chaired by the Secretary of Interior and Local Government, submits this list to the Office of the Executive Secretary for a decision to be made whether the recommendations will be granted or not, or approved or not, Your Honor. But sometimes, let's just say, for example, in the regional level, there are certain, it takes the regional director, for example, of the PNP, the regional director of the DILG, mostly regional directors, Your Honor. But as I gathered, there were instances in the past that it was very hard to convene all of these people together to sign the results of their validation, and so it was taking a long time. And that's the reason why we were only able to validate 1,502 of the 6,000 plus names, Your Honor.
Given that answer, Pdea, ginagamit pa po ba ng mga law enforcement agencies yung drug list, given the fact that the remaining 5,000 remain unvalidated?
As far as the remedied list is concerned, Your Honor, it has it has stalled for a while because we are waiting for the palace to act on our recommendation to continue its validation. But we are not only dependent on this list, we also have our National Drug Information System, which has names. Aside from that, we also continue validating starting at the barangay level for possible names that are new, names that may have been cleared in the past but have, how do you call it, gotten back to the system of the illegal drugs again. So it's a continuing process, Your Honor. And again, this list goes up to the national level, and this is the watch list that we use in going after personalities in the different locations in the country, Your Honor.
In other words, Pdea, even when we have this drug list unvalidated, the 5,000 of them, you come up with your own validation in cases where you receive reports about involvement in drug operation. You come up with a separate and entirely new validation. Tama po ba yung understanding ko?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a continuing process, and this list is a active list, we may call it, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I wish to continue my interpellation with Colonel Garma. Meantime, I will yield to the other members.
Okay, thank you, Congresswoman Luistro.